Miller time with Big T. We've got our co-host today, Blake Miller. Block A, how's it going today?
What's happening? It's going great. It's Monday. Here we are again.
Yeah, what's going on at Hattiesburg Country Club today?
Not much today. Not there currently. Back in my own little junior command center. Junior command center.
The little command center.
That's right.
Well, good deal. Well, let's talk a little bit about last episode with Barry. All the feedback I've gotten has been good.
Yep.
How many views have we had on the podcast?
I'm trying to check right now. I'm gonna come back in just a second.
Okay.
I had people reach out and say they enjoyed it. Even my grandpa watched it. He was like, "Wow, that was
really
pretty good."
Yeah. You didn't know you knew how to do that. Somebody must have showed him.
Must have.
Well, while we're waiting on that information, I'd like to, announce today's guest, Coach Mark Hubbard from Ocean Springs School District, our own athletic director. He'll be jumping on with us in just a few minutes. I'm excited to get some insight from him on, what's going on with our sports program and some other things around town. So he'll be on in just a minute. But, let's jump ahead. Did you watch any of that Pro Bowl?
No, I did not watch none of the Pro Bowl.
Oh, my gosh. I didn't either. But
I saw some replays. I mean, it's just.
Why are they even doing that?
Who knows?
What a freaking joke. The best highlight I saw was Mac Jones. Did you see what he did?
Yeah, he got two-hand touch and just kept on running and did the gritty or whatever.
And did the gritty after about 70 yards. I mean, I'm not even sure anybody touched him. I mean, that was just.
More importantly, Pro Bowl, who cares about the Pro Bowl? More importantly, we had currently 198 views on last week's.
Okay.
On last week's.
Well, that's a little more than last week.
We had about 100, 150 after about a day, which was pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
A little bit more than the time before. So we got some traction going.
Yeah. Well,
people are waiting for the next one. That's all that matters. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Good deal. Well, Super Bowl week, a lot of big time, people going to be in LA this week, festivities leading all the way up to Sunday. I was checking out a little Dan Patrick this morning, and Will Ferrell's a Bengals fan, I found out. So he's all plastered.
LA guy, though?
Yeah, but who knows?
Huh.
So who do you like in the Super Bowl, Blake?
Man, I'm going to go with the Bengals.
Yeah.
Shootout.
We said that last week, but I think that's the popular pick for the Super Bowl, I think.
41-35.
Although the Rams are favored, but I think more people be cheering for the Bengals than anybody else. Who's your pick for the MVP?
The NFL MVP or the Super Bowl MVP?
The Super Bowl MVP.
Well, if the Bengals win, if they win 41-35, it'll be Joe Burrow.
Joey Burrow.
Yeah. Who's going to win the NFL MVP this week?
I got to say Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know.
I mean, who else would it be?
Tom Brady.
Well, it could be. What do you think about his retirement?
End of an era. Everybody grew up watching is gone now. Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, Roethlisberger.
Well,
Aaron Rodgers is really the only one left.
Just remember who I grew up watching. Fran Tarkenton and Jim Plunkett. Man. Roger Staubach.
Yeah, you are old.
Archie Manning.
That just clarifies that.
Steve Grogan. Do we know who that is?
Now you're just going down the list of the trash can.
Joe Namath, Kenny Stabler. Go way back.
Oh yeah, way back.
But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it'll be a game coming up. Did you watch any golf this weekend?
I watched some golf.
What about Pebble Beach with Jordan Spieth? Choked again.
Well, he did well. Yeah, he could have won, but I mean, he was like way back after 36 holes. I mean, So
he had a good weekend. Although the last,
who
should have been in a playoff.
Who choked was my main man, Patrick Cantley. I mean, he choked.
Yeah, whatever happened about Power, the guy, he just fell off.
He's a scrub. He ain't never won nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, Patrick Cantley shot 1 under in the last round. But hey, shout out. Let's talk about this. We had 3 Mississippi guys in the field.
Right.
2 of them made the cut. Hayden Buckley and Davis Riley. Both finished tied for 49th. Both did not play good in the final round, but Davis shot 3 over. Hayden Buckley shot 2 over to finish tied for 49th. So we got some Mississippi guys out there trying to get after it.
Yeah, well, that's good. Who missed the
cut? Chad Ramey.
Oh yeah.
Fulton.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's good. We got some Mississippi blood out there. That's great. Well, Harold Varner won in Saudi. I watched him play some, and I kind of like him.
Did you see it? Did you watch it live, or did you just watch
his putt? No, I didn't watch it live. He won 3 o'clock in the morning.
God.
But that putt he made was, man, that was tremendous.
So
for the win.
Yeah, it was really windy and playing really tough. Everybody was over par. Harold Varner was 2 over going into 17. Bubba Watson shoots 64 in the clubhouse. And then Harold Varner birdies 17 and then makes an eagle on 18 to win by 1.
So he beat Bubba Watson out.
Bubba Watson was in the clubhouse at 12 under. Harold Varner was 11 under. He had to make eagle to win.
Wow.
And he only shot 1 under on the day.
I think him and Bubba's tight. I think they're big buddies.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Well, good for him. That was good for him.
It was 93 foot.
What about the Olympics? You watched any of that?
We watched some figure skating and some skiing last night.
No, you did not watch figure skating.
It came on after 15.
Men figure skating?
I watched it for about 20 seconds. Said, I think it's time to go to bed.
I'll have to say that I have not watched any of the Olympics. I used to watch Olympics a lot, but I guess being in China, I just, I don't want to support China. I'm standing with the Igors.
Lord have mercy.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
That's standing with the Igors. So anyway, interesting tidbit I saw today, Blake. Before we go, University of Tennessee, 2021, they sold $2.6 million in alcohol sales during their football games this past season.
Okay.
2.67 million.
Okay. Over the home game,
the whole season.
Okay.
Yeah. Guess which game they sold the most?
Well, duh. Clearly, it's the Ole Miss Tennessee game.
547,726.
What was their mustard sales that game? Were their mustard sales pretty good?
I didn't get a quote on that.
Yeah,
I think people brought in the mustard. They didn't sell it.
And yellow Top Flight golf balls.
Yeah, but that's amazing. That's just another stream of revenue for those universities.
I mean, you get that was a night game. I mean, And
I wonder how much
a good gain, you know, they're gonna sell some liquor.
they sold that much, but I wonder how much was snuck into the stadium.
Oh shit!
Probably at least that much. You know,
No
that's
telling.
amazing. That's amazing. Anything else we need to hit on?
Now I think let's get into Coach Hubbard. See what's up with Ocean Springs.
Okay, we'll be right back with Coach Mark Hubbard. Stay with us.
Viewers, here's your chance to get your local company or business talked about here on Miller Time with Big T. If anybody out there listening is interested in any sponsorship opportunities for the podcast, the golf tournament, and any of our upcoming stuff, just give us a shout. Hit me up, Blake, or hit my dad up, Thomas, Big T, and we'll get something worked out.
Welcome back to Miller Time with Big T. And we're excited to have another guest with us today. One of my good friends from a long way back. Our families go back a long way. Coach Mark Hubbard, the athletic director from Ocean Springs School District. Coach, how you doing this morning?
Doing good, T. Man, I'm glad to be here and glad to be a part of your new little deal you got going on. I hear a lot of good things about it.
Well, so far we've had some good feedback, and you got big shoes to follow. We had Barry Lyons on last week, and when I say big shoes, they really are big. So
ain't nothing small about Barry.
No, large Barry now. But anyway, just to give you a heads up, you know, to show how big of Greyhound fans we are. If you notice behind me, I'm in my command center. These pictures on the wall are actually covers of Greyhound football programs from the 40s and the 50s, from when my dad played. And I need you to come over here one day and check them out. There's also one on there. I hate to have it up there, but my last game as a Greyhound, the 78 Shrimp Bowl, we lost the Dollar Bill. I hate to even talk about that, but just an interesting tidbit there.
That's neat. He just saved them all from when
I've got a lot of stuff from when he was a kid and growing up like that, and I've got some article paper clippings, you know, from some of the games, and you know, it's pretty neat to go back through. But yeah, there's some big names in there from long Ocean Spring history. You know, him and my wife's dad played together, Mr. Alvin Yent and Big Boy Boje, and you know, a lot of different Robert Cox, and you know, go back a long way in Ocean Springs lore, I guess you could say. But you know, to get started with you, I know Blake had some questions for you about you, Mark. So Blake, go ahead and shoot from the hip.
Yeah, just talk about kind of growing up in Ocean Springs, what sports you played, what you liked, what was your favorite sport, and then what kind of led to going in your role and career now.
Well, you know, when I grew up, I mean, my favorite sport was football. I just love football, and played it all the way up to the 8th grade. But man, I was just too small, man. I couldn't. 150 pounds at best when I graduated, and trying to tackle Irvin spikes. And, you know, I figured out real quick that, you know, that football probably wasn't best for my health. And, but I loved it, you know, and it's the funniest thing. I played baseball all the way up to my junior year, and then just decided to play basketball my senior year. Basketball, which was my best sport, was probably my least favorite. And, but that's what I ended up playing in college, and that's what got me into, you know, I went to Perk 2 years, and then went to Spring Hill College after that, and played there for 2 years. You know, and then got into coaching. I actually coached my first year out of college was at Van Cleve Middle School for Coach Hubbard and Coach Thomas.
Oh yeah.
Those were the principals there, and they gave me my first job. And actually, before that, I was an assistant at Spring Hill, and then figured out real quick I just didn't like being on the road recruiting all the time. And so I went to Van Cleve, and then then got a job at a high school down in Bala Battery at Alba. and I coached there for 2 years, and then we consolidated with Grand Bay and made a school called Alma Bryant, which is what it is today. I was a head basketball coach there for a year, and then in 99, 2000, came back to Ocean Springs. And so, I married Courtney in 97, and she, of course, she's an Ocean Springs girl. And so we came back, lived with Mr. John and Miss Cheryl for a year and built a house. And that's how I started back here, and coached basketball here for 7 years, and then got into high school administration for 2, and then got the AD job in 07, 08. And so, this is my 14th year as the athletic director.
Been clipping along since then.
It is.
When you coach basketball at Ocean Springs, y'all had some pretty decent.
Yeah, we were pretty good.
Yeah.
And, it was fun to come back and kind of rebuild the program, and being your hometown where you played, it just meant more. And
right.
We were very fortunate to have some really good seasons, and and so had some good players came through here too, but it was a lot of fun, to coach here and play in the old gym. I was AD when the new school was built, so I didn't get to play in that gym, but just playing in the old gym and having it packed out, but it was a good time.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Well, Mark, give us we had a great football season, and hopefully that's we're going to build on that this year. But give us a brief recap of the fall sports. Football was great, and
yeah,
I know you had a few other things going on during that time.
Yeah,
volleyball did well too. How far did they make it in the playoffs, so to speak?
Yeah, fall, it was we had another good fall, and fortunately, Thomas, we've really been, when I became the AD, I inherited a good situation from Coach Hinton. He had the ball rolling and getting place. I think he was on the AD for 2 years, but he put some things in place which have really helped us since I became the AD, and we've been really, really successful across the board. And that's one of the things we've really harped on, and things I really wanted to always do is I just I didn't want to just be good in football or baseball or basketball. I wanted to be good in everything.
Right.
And fortunately that means you got to hire some quality coaches here. We don't. Everybody knows we're not busting out of the scenes with a lot of athletes, a lot of elite athletes. We're just not. Never have been. And but we have some. And but we that means we got to have quality coaching. And so our coaches and even in the middle school, I really emphasize quality middle school coaches too. And and I think that's an advantage we've been able to have, is that our middle schools have been so good, and it just followed us up to high school. And but going back to the fall, we had a real good fall. Volleyball course run. I think they won 42, 43 games, and got beaten South State. We had to go to Brandon. Very hostile environment. And so, but it's a tough place to play. But then they got beat in 5 and in 4. Excuse me, they got beat in 4. And so, but cross country, they're always strong. Another fall, a fall sport. The girls won the state championship. Boys, I think, finished 4th. Swim, the girls won the region in swim. Boys finished 3rd or 4th, and then I think the girls finished like maybe 4th in state. Middle school volleyball girls won the division. Football, 8th grade football won their division. 9th grade football got beat in the division championship. Cross country.
I hear we've got some good young 8th and 9th grade football players moving up.
Yeah, we do. It's exciting. Yeah, we've got a good, strong. What we've always kind of had here is we'd have a really good class, and then we'd have a down year. Now with the 8th and 9th grade, we've got 2 really good back-to-back classes, which is really exciting to watch those. Those guys when they get.
We lost you.
Technical difficulties here in Big D world.
We lost him.
We'll try to get him back. Just a second here.
I'm sure he'll call in.
Hold on 1 second.
All right, we lost you just for a second, Coach, but we're back. So moving on to the fall, the winter sports, yeah, they're still going on, and we're having some success in some of those as well. Basketball is doing pretty good.
Yeah, our boys, we've had boys are like maybe 19-5, 19-4.
Yeah.
Girls struggle. They're doing good, but they struggle. She actually lost 5 starters. Had 2 girls transfer, and had actually 3 girls transfer, and then 2 of them got hurt late early in the season. So she was going to have a really good year this year, but I don't. Fortunate things happened, but soccer, boys and girls, both won their division. Girls got beat in penalty kicks last night, Tuesday night in the South State Championship. Boys got beat in the second round.
Right.
And boys had a little down year this year, but they still, Coach French and them still competed and got in the playoffs. Middle school boys won their division. Middle school girls basketball won their division. And wrestling's going on. We have wrestling. Wrestling's still going on.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. That's new this year.
Yeah, well, we've had it for like probably 10 years now. We started it when maybe more than 10 years ago, and nobody has followed us. We were hoping other schools would jump on.
Right.
But finally, this year we finally have had Jackson County has started wrestling, and so the other schools across the state. So they're actually going to have like a state wrestling meet this year, and so it's starting to catch on. But we have a lot of interest. A lot of transients that have, people that have moved in from Keesler and casinos and things like that have brought a bunch of wrestlers from the north that have moved down here, and so it has really helped our program. Powerlifting's still going on. Right now, it's a winter sport, and so but just winding down winter, and then of course baseball and softball.
Spring's getting going. And how's baseball looking this year?
I think we're going to be pretty good. I think he's trying to, we've got to find a few more arms. We got a really good, our senior class. We got a few good, and then our junior class is really deep, but just got to find some arms. That's be tough down here. I think the Iberville probably has the best chance of maybe making a run. I feel like if they don't make a run, if they don't play for the state championship, they underachieve because they have a lot of talent.
Really?
A very, very good senior class that they have, and I feel like they're the team to beat in the South.
I would never equate the Iberville with that good a baseball team.
Yeah, they play a lot of baseball. North Wool Market area, is a strong baseball area, and so they have a couple kids I think transfer in there, but the base of their team are the Iberville kids, and so I expect them to be very, very strong this year, and probably the favorite in the South.
Right. Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about Bray. Is he what they call a hard commit to Southern Miss, or is he still exploring some options there?
Well, here's the thing about baseball. When you commit in baseball, Thomas, they don't recruit you anymore. Nobody recruits you anymore. It's not like football where they just keep on you. And so if he goes and plays baseball only somewhere, or it'll be Southern Miss. So, yeah, you could say he's a hard commit for baseball.
Right.
We don't know what the football thing is going to end up being, but, he really likes Southern Miss. He likes Coach Creel, Coach Berry, Coach Ostrander. Those guys have done a good job of recruiting him, and he's excited. If it ends up being baseball only, and it'll be Southern Miss, maybe football and baseball at Southern Miss.
Right.
I don't know if he can do both. That's very, very tough, man. That's good on paper. That looks good on paper, but as strong as it is and as hard as it is, to do one. We'll see. But football's wide open.
He's getting some feelers for football, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got a few off. He's got 3. He's got an offer from Southern Miss and Georgia State, Nicholls State, and he's here and he talks to some of the Power 5 guys, or they talk and come by and see Coach Pennick, and and but he hasn't got any offers from any Power
Right,
Fives, and so
right.
but it's been fun for him.
Well, yeah, it'll be. I'm sure as we get a little closer, more time, they'll be coming. I'm sure they'll be coming. I feel like.
Come a long way since those three kids were running around on the sideline, and little Blake over here was a ball boy.
Yeah, it is. It's time flies, man. Somebody said something the other day. I think when he got his 6A Mr. Football Award from the state, one of the Lonnie Tillman, he's one of the executives for him, and I remember Bray and his friends having the best football game over on the sideline. Before, because Lonnie was the AD at Harrison County for a while, but now he's Mr. Football. But he said, I remember him running around and me having to jerk him by the neck to get him off the field.
Yep.
And but yeah, time
Blake,
flies.
you wanna ask him about the golf program?
Yeah, talk a little about the golf team. What's going to happen this year? I got a little inside scoop the other day.
Yeah, I talked to Matt the other day, and Matt's excited. Blake, you played, and our big problem here is depth. I mean, we'll have one or two really good boy golfers, but I think maybe my second or third year as AD, we had 5 really good golfers, and we were able to compete in the state championship. And but the big deal for the boys here is just finding 5 that can play. And when you get in the state tournament, they take the 4 out of the 5 best scores each time, and that's been our big deal here, just trying to find enough depth to try to compete at that level.
It's the
girls
like that on the coast. I mean, with everybody, it's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard to find 5, 4 people.
I think the problem with boys golf on the coast is that you don't have country clubs down here. You got casino. Yeah. All the golf courses are owned by casinos, and they don't push the youth like they do at Madison Central and in Tupelo and in those areas. They have youth golf programs at those country clubs, and it shows. When we tried to do this, I talked to Shell Landing back when I first became the AD to try to see if we could get some youth, initiatives going on down here to help with golf, but I don't think it really caught on. I've always tell people that's the big difference of the North and the South is this casinos own all the golf courses down there, most of them, and they're not concerned with junior golf.
Well, just look at golf and tennis.
Yeah,
look at those. And you can see tennis. I mean, there you go.
Yeah, with tennis we have a junior, and Treasure Oaks has such a huge junior program, and look at the results. And but I think the boys are going to be stronger this year. Matt feels like they're going to be stronger, and Andrew Zielinski's probably one of our stronger players, and our girls are really good. We got probably the best girls golfer in the state.
Yeah.
And,
by far.
And we got, I think, Mallory Pippin's another strong one, and he said there's a 7th grader that's really, really good, and I don't know her yet, but girls, they had a chance last year. I think they came up a little short of winning it. They won it 2 years ago, and then but I think they've got another strong chance again this year. It's just always us and Hancock in the girls.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Blake, you gonna try to get them at Hattiesburg Country Club this spring?
Yeah, Coach Matt, he's built a good schedule. They got a really good one.
Are we coming up there to you?
They're coming up here on March 29th 28th on a Monday.
Yeah.
And some of the
they might have to bring the ex-bus ride driver with them on the bus up there.
And
just don't get in the way, Big T.
Yeah, that's right.
All the big teams will probably be there. There'll be some Jackson private schools, and the PCS is hosting it, and they have a pretty good team, so they'll get some good competition for them for sure.
Good. Yeah, he's excited, and just to kind of see how good the boys will be this year. So
Andrew won a tournament, I think 2 weeks ago, last week of January. He won a Mississippi Junior Golf Association tournament over at Diamond Head.
Yeah, well, good.
So he's playing good.
Is that Dr. Zielinski's grandson?
That's Dr. Zielinski's grandson. Yeah, his daddy I think his daddy's Andrew too.
Yeah.
But that's Dr. Zielinski's grandson.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, Mark, one of the things that you and I bring up to you all the time is facilities. We've done a lot here, going back to we got the field put in the first time to the stadium get reworked last year or a couple years ago, and of course the new school, and we've done a lot for the facilities, but we still got some ways to go. I've had the opportunity, fortunately, to go around to different states and different schools and seeing, what they have in place. And, one of the things I think we need is a indoor practice facility, new field house. Where do we stand on getting any of that, or how are we going to make that happen?
Well, we're getting ready to build a new field house, and that's what's it's going to bid here shortly. It was supposed to go to bid 2 years ago, and then COVID hit and just made everything, just stopped everything. And,
right.
But we met last week, Coach Pennick and myself and the powers to be, and it's supposed to go to bid here, I think, in about a month, and so that'll fix that field house problem.
Where is the field house going to be?
It's going to be down on the west end, Blake, down where the where the shot put.
Right.
It's down there. Yeah, it's going to be on the west end where the team, instead, the field house right now is on the east end.
Yeah.
Right.
This will be it'll be on the visitor side, but on the west end down there towards where the shot put area is, and so
you take up some of the parking lot.
It's going to take up a little bit, yeah. And but I think we're gonna we're tearing down that cinema and going to make some parking there.
Okay.
And that's going to help a lot with some of the parking we're going to lose. And as for indoor,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
As for an indoor facility, it takes a community that's really got a progressive thinking. I mean, because that's, that is a big deal. It's a big cost, but to stay ahead of other programs and it's something that I think sooner or later is going to need to be discussed, because you can not only put football in there, and you can put other sports in there that is that can go in there and do things when it's cold and when it's rainy and so I mean I think this town can think like that and think ahead, because it's something that's, let's don't be behind, because they're gonna start coming, and as you see, up in the Delta, I mean, I don't know how they afford it, how they pay for that up there, but it's coming, and I don't want to be, I don't want to build an indoor because everybody else is. Let's build an indoor and let everybody else try to catch doing what we're doing. Right. And but it's coming. I don't know how soon, but it's going to be something that schools are going to go to here soon.
So what is the plans for the field house now? Where it is now? What are you going to do with that building? That's
going to turn into visitor dressing rooms, and then the coaching offices. I'm not sure what they're going to do in there. Academically, they may do some things in there, since there's offices and there's rooms. They could probably knock out some walls to make some classrooms and do some things there. But this school with space, they'll find something to do with that part of the field house. But the dressing rooms and that end of the field house will end up being visitor dressing. So the visitors will have a nice place to dress now.
So if we found space you're saying we could find space for an indoor practice facility. We could find it out there.
We could probably put something over, by the baseball field over there. But where section 42 is, back there behind it. And, that's really the only green space that we have down here to put something indoor. Because we're, with the field house going where it's going, you got new parking behind the scoreboard. That's really the only green space left.
Could it be at the school? It wouldn't want to be out there, would you?
I mean, it could. I mean, I don't know about. I think out there, as when they built that school, they had to mitigate a lot of wetlands.
Right.
So I think what's left out there, there's no green space left out there really either. Yeah. But
I don't think that would be the ideal place for it either. Anyway,
this parking lot beside my office could be an option maybe to look at to and it's already, the problem with over there by the baseball field is like, as growing up playing here, it's so wet.
Right.
And you have to spend so much money over there, digging, mucking it out and putting dirt down, kind of like they did the high school.
Right.
That's one reason why the field house is going where it's going, because with the budget that we had, we didn't want to spend, $300,000 digging it out and putting dirt in there, and
Right.
and so that's the thing you have to think about down here. It's so wet. So, but that discussion, that indoor discussion is something that needs to start circulating around here, because it's going to be, it's coming.
Right. Well, we'll certainly put the word out there and try to get that going, and that's certainly something that I think as we move forward, we definitely need, and we can start that discussion maybe on a private school board deal or something like that, maybe, to make it happen. We'll push it forward, and maybe we can get to the right people and make it happen.
Yep.
What kind of timeline are you on for the new field house to be, open to you?
We're hoping to be moving in it, not this summer, but maybe next summer, and then start the 20 season is that the 23 season with the kids in there.
Yeah.
And so that's the timeline.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, Mark, we certainly appreciate you being on with us today, and we're able to support you. That, and we'll keep having you on here. Anytime you want to get on, just give us a call, and hopefully you can become a regular guest, give us updates about the Greyhounds and where we are. And we're certainly appreciate the work that you do, and all the things that you have going on yourself. And it's we've got a good person in place there for doing the job, and we appreciate all you do.
Well, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all, the support y'all gave us. And I got to see you and Bruno and Bird and everybody during football season. I mean, that's just good stuff when you look down there and you get to see the guys that really kind of, y'all were very successful back in the day, and
Bird thinks he can beat Al Bray for that job if you just give him a jersey. Of course, but Bird thinks
he may be able to, because he was a good player, man. I tell you, there were some good players back then.
But he thinks he's 18 still. So
I love it.
Anyway, well, Mark, thanks for being here with us, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bud.
Okay.
Get that basketball team ready this week.
I'm gonna try. We got to Pascagoula tomorrow night, the boys, and it's gonna be a tough one. But if they can get in the playoffs, they may be able to make a little run there. We're athletic enough this year, finally.
Good deal. Well, thanks a lot.
All right. See you guys.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Well, welcome back to Miller Time with Big T. Well, Blake, that was a good visit with Coach Hubbard. I thought he had some good insights for us, and it was interesting to hear his take on the facilities. We really need to try to get something going on that indoor practice facility. That's something that we definitely need, and like he was saying, they're coming. We might as well be on the forefront of that if at all possible.
Yeah, I mean, you remember when we went to that clinic up in Arkansas a couple of years ago?
Oh yeah.
And what that was like a 4A. They have 7A in Arkansas. That was a 4A school, and they had indoor facilities.
That was nice.
I was in Little Rock, it's a big city, but wow. And also, we were talking about this the other day. I saw where Mississippi is talking about going to 7A.
Yeah, I should have asked him about that.
We forgot about asking about that.
Yeah.
But that'll be interesting to see how that kind of works out.
Right. I don't know. I guess everybody's going to get a trophy now. Seems like.
I don't think it's that.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think some of them schools, the smaller schools, don't feel like they can compete, and they want a different bracket.
That's not it. Remember when George County had to go play the Brandon and Meridian in that district? That's
Yeah, you
probably,
think that's part of it?
yeah. Like George
Well,
County shouldn't have to go travel 2.5 hours to go play a district
Well,
football
from
game
what I understand, they're just
on
going
a.
to make the 6A school 7A, so that's not going to change. It's
Well,
the middle
George
group.
County flip flops. They go from 5A to 6A a lot. Passes
Yeah,
flip flops. West Harrison has gone up and down, so it'll help those
yeah,
schools with having a better. I don't know.
yeah.
Who knows? We'll see.
All right. Well, how about
Yeah,
the golf tournament?
we're still pushing along. We need some hole sponsors.
Any updates
No,
on?
you've gotten a couple,
Yeah, yeah,
and you haven't mentioned what I got on my head here.
yeah. We've got some more hats that have come in, and anybody interested in a hat can hit me up. $20.
You can catch us
20
on
bucks for a hat.
Saturday. Where we're going to be on Saturday with the hats.
Well, we're going to talk about that. We're going to have our first on-site podcast. Hopefully, right?
We need some. We are rookie. We're rookies at this. Okay, we're doing this from separate places right now. It's pretty simple. If anybody has some technical help, they can help us doing an on-site podcast, a live podcast. Hit us up. Let us know what we need to do. We got an idea what we need to do, but we might need a little assistance.
We have our compound studio already picked out. There's going to be numerous characters for us to talk to, and it should be fun if we can get it worked out.
Yeah, we need to make it happen.
But that'll be at the Ocean Springs Mardi Gras Parade this coming Saturday.
Day parade.
February 12th. We're not going to mess with that night parade just yet.
Nah.
But, we'll have numerous, content, as they say in the business, at the day parade.
Opportunity for content will be high. How about that?
Oh, yeah. If you're a TikToker, you should come to the Ocean Springs Parade. If you're a TikToker,
you trying to tell your boy Jackson Mahomes he needs to come?
No,
is that what you're saying?
What a clown! I am so glad we don't have to listen to him for this Super Bowl.
You got a comment on one of these Facebook videos. You've gotten actually a couple comments about your love for that guy. Oh yeah.
They down on me?
No, they're loving it.
Man,
they're loving it.
What a souped up clown. I mean,
a souped up clown.
Man, I'm telling you, he's jacked up. Ain't no doubt about it. But anyway, I digress. Just Saturday, we're shooting for that. Should be a great time. We're going to be working on the technical aspects this week, and hopefully next time we talk, we'll be there at the Mardi Gras Parade. So look for that as we come up. I think we've had a good episode this week. Coach Hubbard was great. We're coming together, getting a little better each week, I think, with getting these things down pat. So keep following us along.
There you go.
Check us out on Facebook and Twitter. We should be up in the real soon with this one. But thanks to my right-hand man, Palake, we're looking good. Blake, anything before we close out?
Well,
keep it real.
We're kicking
Stay
in
straight.
Okay. I wasn't going to say nothing. Just cut me off. It's fine.
Go ahead and finish it up.
I said we're kicking into the Mardi Gras season. We got the Super Bowl this week. See what happens. Crawfish season coming on, Mardi Gras season. So,
you going any balls? Are you a bald man?
A bald man, or am I going
a bald man? Mardi Gras bald.
If I'm invited to one, I might go.
Have you been invited?
Well, I'm guess. Let's see what Carly and if they come down, I'll go with them to their ball. Okay. They go to. We'll see.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna get out of here. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter. Stay straight. Peace out.